After 5 years break, we're back in Essen to do some amazing interviews with incredible people. Welcome to GMS Magazine at Spiel 2022. And now a game with a fantasy theme, which, as you may know, I absolutely love fantasy. And we're going to have Monster Busters. David, what is this game all about?
Well, this game is also a work from the Good Game studio that we talked about before. Yeah. And then in this game, imagine we're all heroes, and then we're trying to fight the monsters. Yeah. So each round, one monsters will be dealt out, and then with the special locations. And then we, as hero, we decided if we want to fight this monster or not. So when it's your turn, you have one decision to make. Okay. You either go in and fight this monster, or you retreat, and then nothing happens to you. Okay. If you retreat, like I said, well, you left the scene, so you're fine, right? But then if you decided to fight the monster, you'll have two outcomes. If you successfully fight this monster, then you'll get the points on top. Okay. Right? But if you fail to fight this monster, no matter how many players there are, we all died, and we lose the life on the board. Okay. Yeah. So so basically, it's a buffing game because people can be talking a lot of stuff, and we can lie to each other. I say, oh, let's fight this monster together, but then I leave at the end. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And then also you want to make people to die earlier, so that when you die later, you get more points. Yeah. Okay. And then also these are the basic cards. We'll have different cards function, help us to fight the monster better or escape harder, okay. Right? So like this card, when you escape, you can make the monster stronger, right? So making other people harder to fight, right? Wow. And then, or like these cards, you can do 2 damage, but then if you use this card on the right location, you can have more damage to it. Yeah. So basically, it's a lot of communication, a lot of teamwork, but then it's all deceiving and then lying lies in it.
Why did you guys decide to make it like that? Because this sounds like the perfect kind of scenario for a fully co-op game. Why did you decide to add this element of betrayal and backstabbiness?
We're trying to bring the reality into games. Like, you know, if we are real heroes, we're out there fighting monsters, not everyone will be there and standing and fight the monsters. Right? Some of them might want to leave. Okay. Yeah, and also, and then also bring this element will bring more strategic, more communication, and to this game, making this game like unusual, I think.
What are the winning conditions?
So the game ends when one of the hero loses all his life, or everyone kills the monster. Yeah, but then if there's too much deceiving going on, it's really hard to kill all the monsters. Okay. Yeah, and then sometimes players might use their life as a bargain. Yeah, hey, if I die now, you might not win. So let's fight the monster, or let's leave together, because you don't want me to die early. Yeah. Okay. As a different element to, yeah.
So there is an awful lot of player interaction, even if people have to fight against each other. But there are moments when you actually must collaborate, otherwise it's for nothing.
Well, exactly. Or if everyone trusts each other, and then we all fight together or leave together, well, there's a possibility that we all get good points, and then like we can end this game by killing all the monsters. So this game really, although we added into the different mechanism, but the result of this game really determined on the players. Okay.
How many monsters does the game come with?
Oh, so there are 10 monsters in total, and some are really weak, like the flower monster, and some are really strong and cool, like the vampire, and the worst of all, the fire dragon. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm admiring the artwork, which looks absolutely fantastic. I think it's been very well put together and very, very well art-directed. When is this game going to be available? Can people buy it outside Essen? Because a lot of people will watch this interview when the show is over. How can people buy this game?
We have them sold in Taiwan already. Okay. And then international wise, we wanna be slow and steady. So that's why we are we're pacing ourselves with our productions. But we really wish everyone else can see our work. So I think Yeah, so we have been talking to a few productions, and then if they're interested, we would like to push this game forward, and then to let the whole world see.
Well, fingers crossed it happens, because I love the fact that there's just 2 decisions to make. I think that's absolutely wonderful. Actually, one question I had to ask you: why would you choose to fight? Why not just run away all the time?
Oh, because if we all decide to run away and then the monster remain alive, each round the monster will take 1 damage.
Right.
Right. So the blood, the health of the monster will decrease over time, until a point where some people might think it's possible to beat it, but some people might still think it's not.
Okay.
So every round the monster minus 1 blood, and then if everyone just kept retreating, and then it gets weaker and weaker. So until a point that maybe somebody will stand up and fight it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
And then we all have a different standard of how weak, or how what's the timing we should all step in. Okay. So I think that's one of the interesting part, is that you might think it's good to go in now, but then I might want to go in later, like next round. Okay. Yeah. But if you go in earlier, you might die, but then you might get a point all to yourself solo. Yeah.
Fair enough indeed. Well, so I hope that this does very, very well. I really do, because it looks gorgeous. I love the simplicity. I love the variation of the monsters and the locations. And everybody should be playing this game. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you as well, and thank you for having interest in us.
Anytime.
Yeah.